Train your mind to see good in everything. Positivity is a choice. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. A very warm afternoon and a hearty welcome to your respected guests and the students. I am Anjan, your host and moderator for today's session. Welcome you all to this session. It's my pleasure to introduce you to our guest speaker for today's session, Mr. Anjan Prasad, founder and CEO of Tomorrow World. Along with Mr. Prasad, today we have Mr. Jyotisman Maharana, Associate Director of Strategy at Novoru World. I welcome your auspicious presence in today's occasion. Sir, may I have your permission? Please begin. Sir has spent more than a decade in digital marketing and communications, while helping brands like Google, Motorola, Pizza Hut, KFC, Snapdeal, and many other big brands. Sir was also associated with Mindshare, Group M, IPG Media Brands, Accenture, Zeta Global, Fairporter in his marketing career. In his career, Sir has contributed in building 04 world-class marketing products and has successfully launched 03 businesses. Sir is also the visiting faculty of Institute of Management Technology, Ghaziabad, Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, BML Munjar University, and the Art of Living Head, Digital Marketing and Communications. Now, I request Sir to take this session further.
Okay. Is it mandatory to attend this session? No, or optional? Mandatory. Okay. Sir is still there in the room? No? He's gone. Okay, then you guys relax now. It's a mix of marketing, supply chain, finance, all the people, right? Huh? Okay, cool. Can you guys raise your hand and show me that how many people are actually interested in this 1 hour session? Okay, alright, cool. You guys can make your tie comfortable, lose it if you want. It's not cold, you don't need tie actually. Good. Marketing is a common paper in all the subjects, right? Am I audible? Right? Okay, awesome. Good. Alright. All of you can sit, enjoy the session. So, there are like 20 to talk, 20 to tell you a lot of things, but in 1 hour it's not possible. Having said that, since I'm not a 100% academic in this company, I practice what I'm going to tell you today. So I think it's a wonderful opportunity for you guys to ask me a lot of questions around business, startup, or marketing, or because I have been consulting a lot of businesses, helping them grow from point A to point B, using primarily business solutions from marketing. So I will try to wrap up this less than 45 minutes a year. Okay. This is the company which currently we run. It's Novoru World. Novoru is a Japanese word, stands for growth. We might be coming again for recruitment, so you may see us again. I will talk about marketing a little bit, since that's what I know little in detail. So I will give you a little story how the marketing started. Somebody in 1800s in London, and the person was manufacturing shoes and all that stuff. He wanted to talk to a lot of people, but and promote his product. So he went ahead and started talking one-to-one. Later on, he realized that okay, word of mouth works, and when I go and talk about my product, my sales increases. Then he thought, okay, why don't we appoint someone who will shout about my product and service, and a lot of people will come. Then a local game was happening there, and then he went ahead and at one go he was able to talk to people. because gain a lot of income. Then he said it's a wastage of energy talking to so many people. He wrote something and pasted somewhere, and again the sales increased. Then he thought, okay, wow, I can write something and paste it. So by that time, the concept of marketing and advertising was not there. And then he appointed a person. He also started pasting over his stuff, and that's how people got a taste of what could be the power of communicating to your customer or your audience uh, in different ways. And then later on, the TV came in, and then people understood the power of media consumption. So at any unique point of time, a lot of people are paying to certain attention to something. That could be a show, that could be a match, or that could be a person. The value of that place time at that moment increases, and that's where the opportunity for anyone to advertise comes in, and that's where the concept of marketing and advertising precisely comes in. So I'm trying to give you a little evolution of how the marketing started. Different channels came in, and the media consumption changed. So if a lot of people are consuming TV advertising becomes popular and dominant. It works. When people are reading newspaper, then the power of newspaper increases. The attention of consumers are there on newspaper, and when you advertise something, when you try to convey something to anyone, then newspaper becomes important. Then radio comes in, and hence so forth, right? And then digital came in. The people who used to read newspaper, now they are able to read the same on tablet and digital platform. Hence the media consumption is again changing. So as a marketing person, you need to understand how the media consumption, the consumption behavior, the pattern is changing, and therefore how we can evolve our targeting, our messaging, our timing, our frequency to make sure that I'm able to reach out to the relevant audience and I'm able to talk to that person in a relevant way, right? So that's pretty much about. I wanted to ask you if anyone can answer what is marketing. Anyone? Couple of you can give a try. Go ahead. Just doing little dipstick.
Good afternoon, sir. Diksha Gaikwad this side from Singrauli, Madhya Pradesh. So, sir, in a basic wording which I can describe in my point of view would be marketing like planning, organizing, and making the product for the growth of the environment and for the growth of the organization. This might be the basic meaning of the marketing.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone else? Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Nidhi Jaiswal from Kolkata. So, marketing, as per my point of view, is innovation of things that is already existing in the market in a user-friendly way.
Okay. Anyone else? Yeah, you guys can sit and answer. No need to stand up again and again. Yeah.
Hi, sir. I'm Sheikh Wasim Ahmed from Hyderabad. So, marketing is providing product or services to the customer who want product and services.
Providing product and services. Okay. All right. Most of the time, people end up answering that promoting your product and service and taking the word out there. Most of the time, I get to hear those kind of an answer. And that kind of resonate more with advertising, not with marketing. And also there are a lot of 4 P's, and then it changes to 7 P. And I'm little scared that if it becomes 12 P, it is very difficult to understand and remember. And I was finding it very difficult. So a definition has to be profound and timeless. And I don't agree with Philip Kotler's definition. And I thought to come up with my own definition, which is simple, profound, and timeless. And trust me, I will not change this definition next 50 years. So it's safe to understand. Okay. So how I define marketing is to create influence and meet the demand. Okay. It's very simple. Let's say nobody is using dishwasher in Tanzania. or Burkina Faso, a country in Africa, and you want to sell dishwasher, it's not going to happen. There is no market potential already. There is no demand at all. So you are actually creating a demand of dishwasher in Tanzania or Burkina Faso, a country. So for that you need marketing. You need to educate people, you need to do the market research. Tons of marketing activities will follow. The research, coming up with the communication, doing the media planning and buying, choosing the right channel, educating them what is dishwasher, how it's going to change your life, blah blah blah. So you are actually creating demand for a dishwasher in a country which has never seen dishwasher before. Second could be you are influencing the demand towards your own brand, right? So you entered Nepal, for example, and only one brand is operating in that country, for example, and there is potential in the market. People know a little bit about dishwasher, but still you can enter the market, you can take the pole position, you can sell your product. So therefore you need to influence people towards your own product. It could be India as well, right? Dishwasher many people are using, so many brands are there. So you are actually influencing people not to buy someone else's product but buy my own product, right? So in order to do so, you need to understand the market, you need to understand TG analysis, what they do, what they eat, what's their perception, what's their challenge, when their household studies, all that research comes in, and then you come up with an understanding that what is required in the market, how to talk to the people, what is the difference. The demand is 10 unit and supply is 8 unit in the market, or demand is 10 and supply is 14, for example. It's oversupplied in the market. So how you can make sure that the demand goes to 14 and you are able to thrive in that market. So for that reason you will need marketing. So these are the business objectives I'm telling you, and how marketing comes in as a solution to enable a business to sustain and grow. Third scenario could be just the meeting the demand. Let's say you enter a country, well-matured country, London or maybe a US, for example. The total consumption units, for example, it's at 10, and not US, maybe a much evolving country, a developing nation, that could be a Bangladesh, for example. Not too many dishwasher players are there. The consumption is 10. Demand is 10, supply is 8, 2 gap is there. You did your study from a business angle. You understood that, okay, if I enter this market, I will be able to sell 2 units in the market. But it will not happen. Nobody know you. There is no relationship established with the society. The household, the homemakers don't know you, why they will buy your product. And then the overall marketing comes into the picture, right? So at the end of the day, you can only play with one variable in the business, which is the demand side. Supply side, not much to do with marketing, is what I believe. Supply is more towards operations, more towards manufacturing. Okay, so it's more simple and very profound. If you think more, if you correlate real life with this example, you will get more hang of it, and you can master answering different solutions, right? So basically you are creating a demand, you are influencing a demand, or meeting a demand. What you see on the screen, you can do full screen here, present. Oh, internet is not there, that's why, no? Okay. So it's a framework which we have developed. It's called a Kinsuku Framework. Kinsuku is a Japanese word, stands for brand love. So in order to create demand or influence demand or meet demand, you need to have data, primary research, secondary research, TG data, what media they're going, where they're looking for these kind of information, and then you need creatives, creative campaign or creative thinking, creative idea, and also the design aspect of it, of whatever your communication is, how you're going to craft that communication. And then comes the media, how you're going to communicate your message to the audience, with the right media channels you're selecting, right? So then you need media, and without technology it's not possible to communicate anything to anyone. So technology is needed. When all the four you are able to converge at one point, then only you are able to create brand love, and then you are able to drive business growth. I will give an example. Victoria's Secret brand, great brand, right? but business-wise, not doing good, right? They had to shut down. So brand love is okay, but business growth is also important. Another example could be MI, Xiaomi, right? Business growth is phenomenal, but brand value is not that much, right? Or I could take better example, but in lack of better example, I'm trying to convey the fact that both are important. Brand love and business growth, both is important, right? And that's what this model helps you to do that. So in today's time, most of the businesses, advertising units, data-driven marketing companies, they are kind of working in silos. Somebody is good at data, somebody is good at creative, somebody is good at media, somebody is good at technology. Accenture and other companies, they can make a great website, good IT companies, but they don't know why 100 people are coming and only 3 are converting on the website, how I can improve the conversion rate, or how the creative is going to sit on top of the technology. There are great creative outfits who can think of great ideas, can come up with nice TV commercials, but they don't know how the media is going to play with my creatives, where my creative is going to render, which format, blah blah blah. I will give you one example. In today's time, majority of businesses, they are making brand videos which are square in nature. But if you go by data, the ratio is 70-30 or 80-20. 80% desktop visitors and 20% mobile traffic. Sorry, 80% mobile and 20% desktop. Majority of people are visiting, interacting with the brand on mobile. So therefore, if the audiences are engaging with your brand on mobile, you should be focusing on the device called mobile. And therefore, you should be making vertical videos, not square videos. So if you happen to research a little more, talk to a few production houses and creative companies, they end up making square videos. Why? Because their creative output, marketing, communication output is not backed by data, right? So things are going on and they're kind of carrying forward, right? So these are certain aspects which I wanted to bring to your notice, that why the conversion is very important. If you're thinking of a campaign, if you're thinking of a marketing message, it has to be data backed, creative backed, media backed, technology enabled, right? So this slide may help someone to go for marketing as a career, and why? Because I believe is marketing is the new core. So marketing is one of the core function of any business. Earlier it was a peripheral operations of a business. The core was R&D, manufacturing, operations, and once the product is built, we are doing business, then marketing can come and help. Those days are gone, right? Why marketing is the new core, I will tell you next if you go to the next slide. Okay, this is the next. Yeah, this one. Okay. No, go up. Yeah, next. Okay. Right from ideation of a business to validation of a business, whether I'm thinking about the right business or not, to building the product and service, to launching the business or to growing a business, I think marketing team does all that. When you're thinking of a business, you actually need a lot of tools to listen to what's going in the market. Today, the audience is majorly on social media, and therefore the social media tools help you to listen to a lot of conversations and a lot of sentiments about and requirements about various products and services which people need. So if you're thinking of an idea, you want to validate that idea, the marketing team can help you to do that. They have the ears on the ground. They can tell you that, okay, you are thinking the right direction or not, what could be the response. They can run a small survey through their marketing channels and they can help you to think through. Of course, there is financial validation. Finance team plays an important role, and even to building the product. So for example, if you're building a product, what are the key components which is required to build the product, what is actually needed? It is all part of a marketing research which you do, and therefore marketing becomes very important. To launching the business, of course, product launch, you need advertising, you need campaign, you need marketing, and even to growing the business to a new level. Okay, so first is the market research, all R&D, design, build inputs. So marketing team gives a lot of inputs. So can give you an example of one of the largest automobile manufacturer in India. My colleagues were working with them. They launched a good product, an SUV in India. They were doing okay business. Through social media listening tool, they gave them an understanding that brake is an issue. Thousands and thousands of people are talking in social media that brakes they're not comfortable with. This was an input coming from marketing team to the manufacturing team. They fixed the brake of that vehicle, and rest is history. It is one of the largest selling SUV ever in Indian history, right? So that kind of input can be given. The other is the product and service market fit. So marketing team can help you to do that. Acceptance and growth of the product. So how people are accepting, how people are perceiving about your product. You guys can remove mask if you want, because I think everyone is maintaining a distance. So just be a little comfortable and ask questions. Anyone want to go out, please go out. Refresh yourself. Be comfortable, please. An hour is important, so I think you can read the slide. The marketing does a lot of stuff. Customer care, people feel it is not a part of marketing activity. It is the greatest marketing strategy in today's time, and it was earlier also, is to how much you care about your customer and how you can care about them if you don't know about them. And digital consumption has become so much. When I say digital consumption, many people are not able to relate to it properly. How many people are understanding this word digital consumption? You can raise your hand who understood the word digital consumption. Okay. I can understand it is okay, digital media consumption. So you guys understand what is media consumption? No? Okay. You know, you consume food, that you understand. Dal, roti, chapel. You are consuming food. You also consume content. You also consume media. You know, cricket match, who lost, who won, what happened in the country. You consume that media, right? You consume it in different platforms, different channels. Okay. Anyone who's feeling sleepy, please have a walk. Have some water on the face. No need to be uptight. You can, till 3:15 you are with me. No one will say anything to you, don't worry. After 3:15 you can follow the protocol. Till 3:15 you don't need to follow the protocol. Okay. So the digital media consumption has increased, and therefore the power to the marketing team has also increased. So the amount of input, the amount of things they can do, right from pre-sales to sales to post-sales. You sold something to a customer, how you are keeping up with the customer is very important. And people rely on digital channel because it is cost effective, efficient, fast, tracking, measurement, everything happens on digital, and hence people want to do digitally. They want to do the customer care activity digitally, right? So therefore marketing also takes care of your customer centric activities, and that's why I think marketing should be taken so seriously in today's time. Creating a brand, marketing can help you create a brand, right? And why it is so important to create a brand? If you go to finance guys, more especially, take help of your finance colleagues. They can help you read the balance sheet of bigger companies, lot of companies, Tide, Surf Excel, Facebook. If you look at the total assets they have, including their factory, the inventories they hold, the kind of revenues they're doing, all together one side, and just the value of the name of the brand one side. Many companies in the world today, the name of the brand in terms of financially is much higher than the overall asset of the company. So it sounds stupid, but it is true. If I want to purchase Tide or Surf Excel compared to their detergent factory, I will go and purchase Surf Excel or Fevicol, for example, right? Or Facebook. If you go to Facebook, the assets, if you calculate, if you look at the balance sheet, you will get to know these things. Many companies, I may not be able to give you the right example, but if you go and study the balance sheet, you will understand the value of the brand financially also. And marketing team helps you to do that. You can you can create a business, you can sell a business. If you're able to create a good brand value, it helps you to sell easily, sell more at a lesser cost. Relationship management, if you are entering a country, a society, you need to keep up with the customer, the government, the policy makers. You entered as an electric vehicle manufacturer, the policy makers are not happy, you are a cryptocurrency business, the policy makers are not happy, you are out of the business, you have to shut your shop. So you have to maintain a good relationship with the policy maker who will make policies in favor of you. You have to keep up with the government, you have to keep up with the society. You are a Chinese company, you are entering Indian territory, people have negative sentiment because of your origin, you won't be able to do a good business whatever great product you make. So therefore you need to have a good relationship with the society. Inclusion should reflect from your company's beliefs and systems across ethnicity, across religion, across groups, so that you are more included in the society, and in return society honors you with hell amount of business, right? So marketing helps you to do that. So I am not able to think any business function which does so many things, and hence I'm a great admirer of the function called marketing in a business, right? So marketing function is very important, and it is now becoming the core of the business. That was my take. It is subject to debate. I'm happy to take the debate if you guys have time later on. These things you are aware of? Do you think anything has been put extra or anything is lacking? Extra. Which ones? TG analysis. Okay. 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 What else? Rest is fine, right? This is what marketing is. TG analysis we have to do, right, in marketing. If target group analysis. If you don't know to whom you're selling to, you're a finally.
Sir, Diksha Gaikwad this side from Singrauli, Madhya Pradesh. Sir, I think there should be one more point, that customer relationship or the customer alignment.
Yeah, CRM, lot of things.
Yes.
Lot of things.
So one more should be added in this.
Yeah. Okay, next. Media vehicles. You need media vehicle to reach out to your customer. Things are changing, like connected TV. People have started advertising on connected TVs, smart TVs. You don't need to have to talk to the big TV production houses or TV channels. You can sit in your office. You make a nice video, push it through to TV advertisement through digital channels, right? So programmatic advertisement. You can write it programmatic ads. Read about it after the session. Will be interesting to read, right? So through programmatic ads, you can do TV advertising also. So people used to think that TV advertising, digital advertising is separate. It's all blurred now. So if you are into digital marketing or digital advertising, you're able to do TV and slowly radio, and everything is kind of coming up. It's catching up. We are almost 70% there. 30% more we will travel soon, right?
So this is Yashwal again. So which in today's generation or platform like this, which is better, like marketing normal or marketing, digital marketing, which is going way beyond the scenes?
It depends on which category you are in. If you are, so the confidence building is happening. People have adopted digital. If you go by industry by industry, e-commerce 80% digital, 20% traditional. If you go to FMCG, just the reverse, 20% digital, 80% traditional media they use. If you go to some other industry, the mix keep changing. The business owners, they take the decision, and that's how the market is shaping up. But I would say digital is catching up there is a growth 35%, 30 to 35% we are able to manage to grow in India for last 5-6 years. Every year it is growing at that pace compared to other media channels, which is like TV, print or radio. I don't think they are growing at that pace, not even 15%. They are growing at below 10% year on year. Because digital is more easy to go live with a campaign, takes less time, more efficient. The tracking is superb, the visibility is superb, right? You get to know how many people saw your ads, what they are talking about. You can measure the sentiment of a brand on web easily compared to if you want to measure your sentiment offline. It takes huge amount of time, and the data comes in also. You can't relate to in that fashion. Okay, go next. Digital marketing. Okay, so digital marketing is nothing, the same marketing, but we are able to do it digitally, right? The same thing on digital, right? And okay, I was talking about the growth. So Hootsuite keeps releasing these numbers. We also cross-check. We have the paid tools. We also cross-check. I think they're fair in terms of reporting. So you can look at some quick snapshot of what's happening in India. Go back. It's 1.39 billion population, out of which 1.1 billion mobile connections we have, or close to a billion mobile connections. 624 million internet users we have in India. 624 million at a penetration of 45% is a fairly good penetration. After Geo effect in India, the huge paradigm shift happened where the data cost went down heavily, right? And the digital adoption increased a lot because the cost of internet was pretty high, and with the help of Geo and a lot of other players coming into the picture, you have more you have more bandwidth, you have more broadband, good speed to access internet easily. You are able to consume so much of content, and therefore it's contributing to a lot of digital adoption in the country. 45% penetration, I think it's a good number. So Mr. Sham told me to show you some numbers about digital marketing, the future and all, and hence I'm showing all this slide. Raise your hand if it's boring so that I can go to the next. Okay. Any question so far? Okay. Yeah, you can ask. You can ask while sitting. Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. Diksha Gaikwad this is from Singrauli, Madhya Pradesh. So, just a basic question, like as we have seen the era of digital marketing, and previously we used to do the normal marketing. So, except the threat of the data which companies having, rather than that, what is one negative point which you can mention from your side, from the past marketing and the future of the marketing?
I will come to that. I have 3 negatives for digital marketing as well. So I will show you those 2-3 negatives, negative side of it. Yeah.
Both the means the way we used to do previously and for the digital also.
You want me to talk about traditional media also?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The negative only then.
So traditional media, the downside is if you saw Oreo biscuit ad, right? You saw Oreo ad on the flyover, huge 70x70. I don't think people can accurately measure how many people saw my ad on that particular flyover in Wakad, Pune, and how many people actually went ahead and bought Oreo products. Very difficult to correlate. At an aggregate level, they're saying, okay, I did so many hoardings and TV ads and blah blah, and my sales went up. So they are doing that kind of a measurement, that I do a TV ad and my sales went up by this percentage. I do a 10 crore outdoor ad and my sales went up by that percentage. But which ad unit is giving you how much of return, which is more effective, which is more efficient, whether people are able to take any action? No, you can't take immediate action. You saw it. So I think outdoor and traditional is more for products which is OTC product, over the counter, more of FMCG. You go on a counter, bhaiya hajmola de do, ye de do, wo de do, right? That is OTC product. It works good for OTC product where you have to build recall factor of the brand heavily. For that, I think traditional works really well, and that's why FMCG companies use a lot of traditional. but I think that can also be done using digital, right? So you can still build the frequency. If you're seeing one brand in multiple places, the frequency gets built up. Digital, the downside is the ad fraud. So when you are running an ad, lot of bots, they click your ads, and as an advertiser, you think that okay, I got 100 impressions, but actually you may be getting 60 or 70 impressions. 30 could be bots, right? And these are the ad fraud which is there in the industry. And the good news is that blockchain is coming. We will overcome this problem soon. Apart from blockchain, there are a lot of other companies who have already solved this problem. They are at the verge of solving these problems using a lot of third-party audit pixels which we put, and we get to know how many ads got served, where it got served, and blah blah blah. But yeah, the only problem which I see is this, for which a lot of integral ad science and a lot of other companies are trying to solve this. But there are bigger solutions coming. Blockchain is coming. On a distributed ledger, you will maintain so many records of the ad inventories being served and consumed, and therefore you will get a 100% accurate and transparent report. And I think then there is no stopping to digital, right? This is the only stopping to digital which is there for the last 10 years, and we have a solution at a global scale.
Thank you, sir.
So you guys are seeing these numbers. Any questions you have, these are interesting numbers. You can go to the website, or I will share the deck also if you want. Ask your question, please.
Yes, sir. Like you gave the example about OTC products mostly on traditional advertising they follow. So when it comes to digital marketing, don't you think people usually see digital content and they approach it for services? For example, if someone saw advertise of Amazon or Nike, they usually go it for the convenience of how they're going to get served, rather than when you see a banner or advertise that you see, you can do it yourself. Don't you think that digital marketing usually drives people for the service rather than the product?
No, if whether you're selling a product or whether you're selling a service, digital advertising works in both scenarios. Do you mean customer care? You are referring to a service, or
the customer care?
Customer care. People use. I just mentioned people use digital marketing a lot for customer care. If I have to say thank you for visiting our car care center, your ticket number is this, I will come and pick up your vehicle tomorrow, and then okay, your car care is done, your bill is XYZ, how is the feedback? Oh, there is a refund, I can do that. Hey, I can set up a reminder that every 6 months you have to take care of your car, or 1 year you have to take your car. Hey, your car care is due next week. Hey, you know what? You can also sell your car to us. We're buying a car, because since I'm taking care of a car for last 7 years or 10 years, so I think it's time you can think of selling the car, and here is the link if you want to. Hey, do you? It was good selling your car. Blah blah blah, whatever, right? So many things you have to tell to your customer. So many inputs you have to take from your customer, and if you're able to do all that digital, you're saving huge amount of cost, time, efficiency. Everything comes into picture. The most important is analytics. So imagine the same thing you're doing, having a person sitting and calling, or filling up forms, which you got 1 lakh form. That data goes into a system, then goes into Excel or some deep, Power BI or something. Then you get an analytics. Then you get to know. Rather than the link goes, you fill it up. Within a second, the report is generated, right?
So that was my question. That for the convenience, people usually go for the digital market. They're attracted to the digital market when they consume it.
Now there is a problem when you're saying convenience. No, people are going to digital marketing for convenience, for efficiency, for less cost, for measurement. And the most important, customer is there, right? Customer is there.
Thank you, sir.
Right? So if you are in Australia and you are doing an exhibition in the center of the country, you are doing a bad job. Nobody lives in the center of Australia. It's all desert, right? So go to the customer where they are, right? So customer they are on digital, and we have to go to digital, and that's why digital marketing is no more a choice or an option, but it's more of a interesting numbers. I'm not sure how many people were aware of these facts earlier, but quite interesting to look at it. Yeah, go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Rashi Mudhorkar. My question is that I think I read somewhere that the VP of sales of Zomato had said that it's very important for a good marketer to have good visual communication skills. And as you mentioned, a marketer has to take care of the aspect ratio of the ads.
Yeah.
So, how much do you agree with that statement?
100% visual. So end of the day, you're interacting with a human being. How many senses you can involve depends on the engagement. You are able to involve, eyes, touch, smell, taste. How much you are able to engage a customer in many ways, that is going to decide the degree of engagement of your brand with that customer. So tomorrow the metaverse is coming, and you are into the metaverse world, and you are interacting AI and virtual reality space. The engagement is much better. There the aesthetics and the visuals will play a much important role, which today it's playing in a 2D or a 3D way. So most of our communication today is in 2D, right? The video you watch, the banners you see is in 2D, right? If the same thing I start doing in 3D, you will feel you are there. And if you use VR and virtual reality, you will feel, okay, I'm standing there, right? So yeah, visual aspects plays a good role. There is a huge amount of analytics which goes on in terms of visuals, the heat maps, the buttons, the creatives. You can do multivariate testing, ABC, ABCD testing, which creative is working, which creative is not working. And that is why digital becomes much interesting, and people are jumping from traditional to digital, because you know that out of 100 ads, which ad is doing good, which is pretty difficult to measure in other medium. In other medium, it will take a year's time to understand the difference, which creative worked well. Compared to digital, it may be done in a month's time of study, right, after running the campaign. Okay, I thought of keeping this. Okay, you go to the next. Yeah, I thought of keeping this slide to give you a little skeleton or a structure if anyone is interested in marketing, and then precisely digital marketing. A lot of things are there. You can just note it down or click a picture, and you can start reading about each subject, and then you can train yourself to become a marketing person who has a good theoretical understanding of digital marketing, and then you can enter a company and practice and build a career in that direction. The first is data, which is the beauty of digital content, multi-format content. What kind of content you're creating? The videos, the graphics, the infographics, the GIFs, the blogs, the long form, the short form, the copy, all kind of content which you're creating, so that you can hook your audience, you can take their attention for some time. So it's important. Search, Google search, it has the paid part, it has the organic part, both of it. So search is again a very important factor. Then you have social media is a big component of digital marketing. Then you have marketing automation, how you can automate. I just gave an example to this guy who asked me a question on customer care, how you can do a customer care, how you can automate everything. The paid media is again a very big part. There are billions of blogs, millions of important places where your customers are actually going, reading, spending time. It's a good idea to go and take their attention towards your brand, towards your brand communication. And you guys are like super sleepy. They are not allowing you to sleep in the night. Okay. Assignment is also going on in parallel, or no? Okay. Exam. Okay. Yeah. So you guys are studying in the night and attending all this thing in the daytime. Okay. Pretty hectic. Okay. Okay. Is this kind of any other regular session, or you're feeling it a little different. Any other boring session? Okay. Am I able to wake you guys up? Okay. So then I'm doing good. Because afternoon time it's very difficult to wake up someone. Oh, I got a post lunch timing. I will be smart next time. I will tell them, give me the morning slot. Okay. Chatbots, AI ML driven chatbots does most of your jobs. Chatbots are not just those chatbots which is sitting on the corner of a website. It is integrated across. On email, you received an email, you can reply on the email directly. No need to reply, you will get a box, you can keep talking there, right? So chatbots, the PR is important, email is a big channel, affiliate is a big channel, tons of analytics tools are there, but this is only restricted to web analytics, not customer analytics. Customer analytics is a very different segment altogether. We usually don't deal into it. We only deal with web analytics. All the data which I'm getting from the web of the audiences or prospects or my customers engaging with my ad or with my CRM program or with my customer care program, how they are engaging with me. So only that kind of data we get and we analyze and we kind of try to report. Okay. Brand assets, your websites, your app, very important. You want to do digital marketing, you don't have a good website or good app, how you're going to attract customers or how you're going to get their attention. Creative, very important. When I say creativity, is creative thinking, creative ideas, and then the banners and GIFs and graphics and videos and TV commercials and everything. You're from which stream? BBA. Okay. Which specialization?
So marketing.
Marketing. Oh. Okay. Tell me, out of 10, how much you will rate in terms of understanding? Like 2, 3, 4, 1. How much you are able to get it? What I'm saying. 1, 2, 5. 5. Okay. When I'm in a regular class, I don't go such fast, and you guys have to interact and ask a lot of questions. Since it's a guest session, so I'm not asking a lot of questions, and you guys can little enjoy your sleep. Okay. What else? Next. What is UX, CX? Okay. Win over your sleep. Ask question. UX, CX. User experience, and you can remove your mask, no problem. Double vaccinated, no? No problem.
Sorry, I don't know what
CX. Customer experience, yeah? User experience, customer experience. There is a little difference, but you go to Google and read about it, all this thing. You can click a picture and you get a good reading material. After your MBA, you can read. Not because I have a lot of colleges. College assignments and all that. What is voice? I have written voice. What is this? This is digital marketing and voice. Why I have written voice? Okay.
Audio and how you communicate is important.
Audio?
Yeah, how you talk to a person, how they listen to you.
So in marketing, I don't go and talk to every person individually, right? So then what is voice? Yeah.
You will, sir.
What is voice?
So this is Nidhi Jaiswal again. So voice is the brand speaking up for you. Like how good have you created any brand or any impression that is speaking on your behalf?
Okay, you're good, but my purpose was a little different writing here. So the question is your organization voice ready? It's a good question to ask for organizations. Read about it after the session, if you get time. how many organizations are voice ready? Voice ready means the people have started using a lot of voice, Alexa, Google search, all that. So when you're using a lot of voice, your brand should be able to interact with other person with voice, right? So is your organization voice ready? Okay, next. No, it's fine. Yeah, someone was asking about the challenges of digital marketing, right? So the first point, ad fraud, globally 40%. Next is transparency from internet giants. So the report which you get from Facebook and Google, sometimes they don't actually, they do some mistake, and after a few years they will come back and say, hey, there was a mistake in calculation. So there is not much of transparency happening from big internet giants, which is a little problem in the industry, but it's getting solved, and people are going ahead with no cookies, you ad blockers are getting installed, and how you will deal with it. We have found different solutions to deal with it. Data using the right kind of data storage, using it, how you are data sharing. There are policies being set at a government level in different countries, and I think we will solve it soon. So these are the challenges which I think digital marketing have. In terms of future, the digital adoption is growing crazy. 10% increment every year in a country like India in terms of digital adoption is a good sign. E-com model now is getting financial validation with a lot of IPO going on. So digital adoption will go more. E-commerce people used to say it is a bubble and a fad, but now there is a proven model, and hence I think the future is bright. Blockchain, I said, will be the biggest boon for digital advertising. It will wipe off those challenges which you see in the first and the second, to a certain extent the third as well. Metaverse will further strengthen the power of digital advertising when metaverse will come into full force in our lives. Initial success in AI and ML driven activities in digital marketing has already been proven, and hence we feel that the future of digital marketing is bright. And there is a rapid change in media consumption pattern and habits, which I don't think any other channel is able to keep up that pace. And digital advertising industry, or digital marketing industry in total, I think we are able to keep up the pace of the change in pattern and behavior of media consumption, and therefore I think the future is bright for digital marketing. Next. Okay, I think I am done. 3:15. I wrapped up my session on time. Can take one or two questions. So yeah, she wants to ask some question. If someone can pass on the mic. Yeah, go ahead.
So, Diksha Gaikwad this side from Singrauli, Madhya Pradesh. So, just want to know what is Meta Voice?
Metaverse?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So currently, in order to access internet world, you have an input keyboard. You use your fingers, you use a keyboard to enter into a world of internet, and then you access information. So it's not that efficient. It's not that fast. Metaverse, I will say, it's a vast subject, but to simplify and give you a very layman understanding, if there will be wearable devices, and there will be ways in which you will be enter into a virtual reality world where you will see the same Pune but in a virtual world, and then open up a huge opportunity for advertisers that on the sides you can put advertisement. Actually, you are not putting advertisement on Pune High Street, Balewadi High Street. You're not putting there. You're putting the advertisement in Balewadi High Street virtual reality, right? So you're putting ads there. You are going and interacting with people. You will collaborate in that world. You will go and meet people. Let's hang out there. There will be soon, it's my prediction, there will be soon coins and cryptos getting into the metaverse where you can transact, you can play, you can chat, you can win. You can literally live a virtual world and the predictions are that more than 50% time of yours you will be living in metaverse and not the real world, right? So then the game is getting more interesting. You will be playing in that world, you will be dating in that world, you will be I don't know, getting married in that world, you will be attending grand ceremonies in that world. Maybe the prime minister will hold meetings in that world where you take a token, enter into that seminar, you attend the meeting, right, sitting at your home. It will be pretty formal. You will be able to stand up and draw something. You will be able to take Padma Shri from prime minister in that world. All that is going to come, and then advertising will become more interesting.
So, as a marketing firm, what is the gap between conceptually knowing what a marketing is and then implementing it? How wide is that gap and how difficult is it to bridge it?
Okay, first one is learning and then implementing. Correct? Okay. It depends on how good you have learned. If you have learned well, then there is no gap. And when I say learning, I mean applied learning. There is learning, there is applied learning. If applied learning is great, the gap is less.
Thank you, sir.
Currently, the gap is huge.
Exactly why I put that question out.
Yeah, currently the gap is huge. Any more questions? Yeah? All right. Great. Thank you so much, everyone, for attending this session. You can clap for yourself. Yeah. For 1 hour, you were able to post lunch to this session. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. Since it's an army school, I will say, you know what? Disperse. Okay. Thank you.